For over 60 years, the mission of Oklahoma Methodist Manor has been to serve Oklahoma seniors in the spirit of Christ. Today, the continuum of care currently serves over 400 people with residential living, assisted living, and skilled nursing care.
My name is Mary Bundren, and I've lived in Tulsa since 1982. I'm a member of Boston Avenue United Methodist Church. I work in downtown Tulsa as an attorney, and I am married to Clark Bundren, who has been a longtime physician in Tulsa. A friend of mine invited me on the board. I felt like maybe this was a way I could give back and acknowledge some of my United Methodist roots. I did this really in honor of my parents. The mission is something that I think is such an important mission in the city of Tulsa. It's unmistakable, the imprint that Oklahoma Methodist Manor has. Just last week we had my father-in-law's memorial service here. My father-in-law had lived in Bartlesville for about 70 years or so. He was a research chemist at Phillips Petroleum, and he had a house there, and his wife predeceased by a number of years. He was living alone, and he was relatively healthy until he wasn't. And it happened rather remarkably and rather fast. And since I was on the board, I spoke to our family about moving him to Methodist Manor. And he initially was admitted to the skilled nursing facility because he was quite ill. But after he got a new pacemaker, it was like watering a wilted flower. And so he eventually got well enough that he moved over to the assisted living facility. Having my father-in-law in Tulsa for the last 2 years of his life was so beneficial to both him and our family, because we could spend a lot more time with them. We all live very busy lives here in Tulsa, and even that 45-minute drive to Bartlesville was sometimes prohibitive. My husband in particular, who's a very busy physician, would leave call after a 24-hour shift and come over, and the staff would have his coffee waiting for him early in the morning, say on a Monday morning. And then he'd spend some quality time with his dad. And my husband has commented on numerous occasions that he felt like that his father understood a lot more about his daily comings and goings and about his life, the last 2 years of his life, than perhaps he had understood in the previous 60 years of his life. Once the doctor diagnosed and identified that John was failing and he was at the end of life, he arranged for us to put John in hospice so that he would not have to leave Oklahoma Methodist Manor and go to the hospital. And that was very comforting to the family, that he was able to stay here and pass on peacefully. One of the things that I think Oklahoma Methodist Manor staff and administration is particularly good at is staying on the cutting edge of the elder care research around the country. And this is not a static organization. We are always learning, we are always trying to improve, and we are always trying to solve problems.
Oklahoma Methodist Manor recently launched the public phase of a capital campaign, the goal of which is to raise $8.5 million to help fund the replacement of its assisted living building and to add memory care assisted living.